Welcome to another episode of the FMV Archive, where today we dive deep into Sleep Awake, the December 2025 release game from Eyes Out Studios and Blumhouse Games. Yes, not the films, the games. This is their third game. You may recognize their movies like The Purge, Sinister, The Black Phone. I just named 3 Ethan Hawke movies. That's crazy. Paranormal Activity was their big hit a long time ago. I got this game for $30 on the PlayStation Network. You can also find it on Xbox, Steam. I don't think it is on the Nintendo Switch though. This is the tender tale of Katja. She is trying to get a serum to Amma, who I think is her grandmother. Sure, we've seen it before, but have we seen it before where if you don't take this serum, you fall asleep and the hush will get you? I think not. This game came out with a lot of hype, so let's see if it lives up to it with our 10-point system to find out if this is something that you would enjoy and add to your game library. First, we're going to start out with look and graphics. This game is absolutely amazing looking. It is hard to take your eyes off of it when cutscenes are going on. If you've ever seen a movie by Panos Cosmatos, he did Beyond the Black Rainbow and also Mandy, the one with Nick Cage, the horror movie. It is an art. It is a piece of art. This is what you are looking at. This is not so much of a movie or a game. It has a lot of super trippy, psychedelic 70s vibes to it. A lot of bright, vibrant colors contrasted with super dark colors in the background. This is an absolute feast for the eyes. It is right there with Eclipsium for Game of the Year, I think, for looking graphics. Cutscenes are lush, beautiful, hard to take your eyes off of. Easily a 10 out of 10 for looking graphics. Really stunning. Number 2, the gameplay. What do you do in this game? It is somewhat of a puzzler. It is a lot of a walking simulation trying to get through to next places. Also has something I absolutely loathe, the stealth missions where you can't kill the other people, you just have to sneak past them. These are always stupid, they never work in games. Assassin's Creed has been trying to put this down our throats for years. It sucks every time it's in a game and you always hate it, yet video game developers cannot stop themselves from doing it. And there's a lot of it in here. And it is brutal. Brutal in the ways that it'll kill you. Did not care for that part of the gameplay. What I did like is it saves frequently, so when you die, you pretty much go right back to where you died from. For the most part, the puzzles are challenging and not crazy. Listen, I played in beat 11th hour. Those are challenging and crazy, but relatively easy. So the gameplay is a 4 overall. It is really hard to see stuff sometimes. Some things are so black you don't know which direction to go. Follow the light is a good one in this one. Follow your dreams, follow the light, and you'll get through the game. Number 5, the story. You must stay awake. If you fall asleep, you will die. And you put this little eye serum that you make in there that your dad made, and it keeps you awake. One of the story logic things that I don't like about this is you go to sleep every day. So the first day you go to sleep, the hush is just going to get you. And if it doesn't get you the first day, it's going to get you the second day. Is there only so much hush? Are they unionized and can't take so many bodies on one day? It didn't make too much sense how they developed a drug so quickly that you just didn't have to sleep. And that's what your dad was doing. He was developing a drug with it. There's also this S&M cult, this sadist that are really trying to just keep you awake by pain. Think of kind of like Hellraiser. There's pleasure in the pain there. But a lot of it, you're in kind of this dream state while this, overlord is kind of infiltrating your dreams throughout the game. A lot of B plots in here, which is very confusing, which gets to an ending, which is just kind of But the stunning visuals is why you're playing this game. It's not for the story. The story overall is a 5. Number 4, the dialogue. It is solid enough, keeps it interesting. It is vague enough that makes you want to learn more about it, but it is not enough to make you actually learn completely about the story. There are a lot of things in here what I'd like to know more about. The S&M cult, her dad, why did he disappear? Even though there's kind of an explanation for it, it's not very good. Amma, who the hell is that? Is that your grandmother? I think it is, but you really don't describe that very much. And why is it so important that she stays alive? She kind of seems like she wants to let go. The dialogue could have helped you get along with that, but it doesn't. Overall, the dialogue is okay. I think it could have been a little bit better. It's a 6 overall for the dialogue. Number 5, we usually talk about the consequences of your decisions, but this is a linear game. This is a linear story. You go from A to B to C to D to Z to finish up the game. So we're going to go over controls and game logic. The game logic is not so great in the fact that you don't always know where to go. Even though it's a very linear path, it is not a side scroller like Mario Brothers. Sometimes they try to help you with light, but this game is ridiculously dark. It's very hard to see things. That doesn't make it better. It would have been better if I could actually have seen where I was going on occasion. Sometimes the guys that are chasing you down in this old theater, If they see you, they can chase you, but sometimes they're looking right at you and you're 6 feet away, and that doesn't count as them seeing you. I didn't care for that. Game logic's not great with that. The paths aren't 100% obvious. Thankfully, they're so tight and so small of rooms that it's kind of hard to get lost in, but sometimes you do anyway, and that's just not fun. The things that you're trying to sneak past are often better-wise gotten rid of if you just sprint away. So the whole sneaking aspect of it is taken away because you can just run away. I ran away from 90% of the bad guys in this one. Overall, the gameplay is not terrible. The game logic is not terrible. It's a 6 overall for game logic and controls. Could have been a lot better. Number 6, the acting. There's a lot of voice acting in this one, and it's pretty good. But I was thinking with Blumhouse, they would have gotten bigger names to do the voice acting on this one. You have this whole plethora of actors that you've worked with over the years, and you didn't get any of them to do this, and this was a big game for them. This was their biggest game release to date. I would like them to get more big names for this type of game, but they didn't. I think they could have done a lot better with the resources that they had here in the acting department. Overall, though, pretty good. 7 overall for the acting. Number 7, direction cinematography. It is amazing. It is a 10. Somebody in the art department was up in the wee hours of the night, having fever dreams of crazy set pieces to add to the game to make it interesting, and it pays off. All the visuals in this are great. I loved every part of it. A lot of things that are actually in the game are really good too, but the cutscenes are really absolutely spectacular. Everything's set up perfect. It feels like a dream the entire time, which is hard to do. Nothing looks real in this game. Even the city, the layout of the city does not look real. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Blade Runner vibe to it. Absolutely love the direction cinematography. Could not get better. 10 out of 10. How could I forget to talk about the music? I had to come back and talk about the music. The music is great. It is very synthy. It is very cool. It fits this game 100%. The composer and the gameplay art directors were definitely in tune on this one. I love it. The music is kind of omnipresent. It's in the game all the time, and it is done almost damn near perfectly. If you like Stranger Things vibe, it's kind of got a little bit of that. Really good. I think it cannot be done better. 10 out of 10 for the music. Absolutely love how it fits into the game. Number 9, inventiveness. What's new and inventive in this game? Movie studios making games. So it's not completely inventive. If you remember Lucas games, there's a ton of good games from there, but they don't do it all that often. Transference was made by Elijah Wood's production company, movie company, so it's happening a little bit here and there, but it's still relatively new and rare idea. FMV integrated into the storytelling. Again, that's becoming more popular, but it's not in all the games. I think they did it in a really interesting way for this one. The way they intertwined the story into the art of this game and making more of an art game than an actual video game, I think is really good and inventive. I liked it. 8 overall for inventiveness. Number 10, how much fun did I have playing this game? Listen, it looks absolutely great. I cannot talk any more about that. I've already said it enough, but it is slow and repetitive. Oh my God, sometimes the puzzles are just boring. It's like I'm just finding things and putting them together, and it's not completely mapped out very well on how I put these things together when it should be very simple. When I was in those sneaking missions, I was just getting angry. I wasn't having fun sneaking past them. It was just like, that's stupid. Why am I getting caught now and I wasn't getting caught then? Oh, wait a minute, all I have to do is run? Okay, I'll just run. I played it twice through. I didn't particularly enjoy it the first time. I didn't particularly enjoy it the second time in terms of fun. It is a 4 overall for fun, but it looks absolutely great. That brings us to a final score of a 68 for Sleep Awake. Do you follow your dreams or do you run away and stay awake? The final verdict is, I would get it. It is stunningly good looking enough that you will want to play it, want to see everything that happens, but not necessarily do the work to see everything. The gameplay and the controls are a little bit wacky and it could be better, but they're really onto something amazing here. If you like cool looking stuff, I think you'll really appreciate this game. If you want a hardcore game, it's only about 4 hours, give or take, depending on how you play it, so it's not very deep. And you'll do the same thing a lot of the times in this. No fighting either on this one, just a full walking simulation. That said, I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit subscribe, please hit like, because we're doing more of this, and we're also going to have a walkthrough for all the puzzles for Sleep Awake, so check that out as well. Thank you. Have a good one.